Hey everyone, this is my second video, and today I'll be reading you guys an example pro case I made on the April 2025 topic. Resolved, the United States federal government should substantially increase its investment in nuclear energy. If you want to learn more about this topic, check out my previous video because it explains it pretty well. If you want to get access to this case, then check the description for the link to the Google Doc. Let's get started. We affirm resolved the United States federal government should substantially increase its investment in domestic nuclear energy. The United States already depends on nuclear energy, which provides 20% of its electricity. However, much of its nuclear infrastructure is outdated, and with the rising energy demands, a failure to invest in modern nuclear technology will leave the U.S. increasingly reliant on fossil fuels. According to the U.S. Energy Information Administration, global energy demand is expected to increase by 50% by 2050, requiring massive investments in stable and clean energy sources. Without increased federal investment, nuclear power in the U.S. will decline, further delaying the country's transition to a sustainable and independent energy system. Thus, our sole contention is reliability and energy independence. Unlike wind and solar, which depend on weather conditions, nuclear power provides a constant and high-output energy supply. According to the Office of Nuclear Energy 22, nuclear has the highest capacity factor of any other energy source, producing reliable carbon-free power more than 92% of the time in 2021. That's nearly twice as reliable as a coal or natural gas plant and almost 3 times more often than wind and solar plants. Moreover, nuclear power is uniquely scalable. According to the International Atomic Energy Agency, small modular reactors, SMRs, are an emerging nuclear technology that require lower upfront costs and can be deployed twice as fast as traditional reactors, ensuring a flexible energy grid. SMRs are also viable for the economy. According to the U.S. Department of Energy, SMR deployment to replace retiring electricity generation assets and meet growing energy needs would result in significant growth in domestic manufacturing, tax base, and high-paying factory construction and operating jobs. Some concerns about SMRs being experimental and lacking commercial deployment are misguided, as SMRs are an emerging technology making progress to become a commercially viable nuclear product by the early 2030s, according to the Nuclear Energy Agency. Investing in nuclear power strengthens U.S. energy independence, reducing reliance on foreign energy imports. As said by the U.S. Energy Information Administration, the U.S. imports about 5.1 billion barrels per day from 81 countries. This leaves the American economy vulnerable to geopolitical conflicts and price shocks. The 2022 Russian invasion of Ukraine triggered a global energy crisis, with oil and gas prices skyrocketing, proving the dangers of dependence on foreign fossil fuels. According to the U.S. Department of Energy, achieving U.S. energy independence would mean ending our nation's reliance on imported energy resources, securing our critical energy infrastructure against physical and cyber threats, and insulating our power system from market volatility and political instability abroad. Meeting these conditions will involve creating more American jobs in the power sector and related industries, such as manufacturing, and expanding America's energy supply chain so critical materials and components can be sourced domestically. Furthermore, China and Russia are rapidly expanding their nuclear programs, threatening U.S. leadership in global energy policy. China has expanded its nuclear power capacity at the fastest rate of any country in the 24th century, according to new data from the Global Energy Monitor, surpassing the U.S. in nuclear capacity. If the U.S. fails to invest in its nuclear sector, it risks losing strategic influence in energy markets and global non-proliferation efforts. Lastly, nuclear energy investment aligns with U.S. goals. Secretary Wright 25 shares that President Trump has outlined a bold and ambitious agenda to unleash American energy at home and abroad to restore energy dominance. To compete globally, we must expand energy production and reduce energy costs for American families and businesses. America must lead the world in innovation and technology breakthroughs, which includes accelerating the work of the department's national laboratories. In conclusion, investment in nuclear energy is a strong appeal for the U.S. in terms of capacity factor, energy independence, and energy dominance. It aligns with U.S. goals and is the future of energy. For these reasons, we urge a positive ballot. Thank you so much for watching this video. I know it was pretty long, but again, I'd like to say thank you for watching it. If you have any questions, please leave them in the comments. Again, you can access this doc in the description.